but Nick is always a great face. He'll say, "How's it going?" He's a small guy, but he's certainly not to be underestimated. He has some power on the mound, and also he has some. I wouldn't mess with him either. He's kind of the bulldog that you don't want to scrap with.
For sure. His whole pitch into the mid-80s for his fastball usually.
As the catcher, Kenny Bergman out of UConn, is up as Joe Genord. As that one is called, as Joe apologizes as he almost ran over the batter, Bergman, catcher on catcher there.
Joe Genord, the USF bull,
Stop
right?
catcher on catcher violence, yes. Yes, it will be 1-0. That one bounced way in front of the plate. But Genord made the nice stop, hurting at first, as now we have an errant baseball on the field. And the umpire deposits another baseball on the field. If you get a baseball as an umpire, wouldn't you just pocket it, even if you're in the field?
That seems like a decent strategy, or roll it back into the dugout. He did neither.
Yeah, he did neither. I guess there was a choice C, and it was the wrong one. As the 1-0 here from DeBrino is in the dirt, and it'll be 2-0 now.
DeBrino appears to be throwing angry at that. He has like a nice angled pitch, not quite a sidearm, not quite over the top.
Yeah, he certainly has a 3/4 arm slot. The 2-0 is fouled off. It'll be 2-1. As Amsterdam has scored its runs this game on 2 solo home runs from Joe Genord, a grand slam from Shane Muntz, and a bases loaded walk to Michael Ludwig. As that one is in there for a called strike, and it's 2-2 now.
So the Mohawks have only been able to take advantage of a few missed pitches, but certainly have taken advantage of them as they score 7 runs on 12 hits. But overall, it's a pretty well-pitched game by Watertown, I'd think. Even with all of the home runs, it was just a few bad pitches. As that one misses high, it'll be 3-2 now. Yeah, Garrett Crowley came on, gave up the grand slam to Shane Muntz, excuse me. And their starter wall drop only gave up 1 run, the solo home run to Joe Genord. So overall, both starters tonight doing a solid job. Just Waldrop couldn't go too far into the game as that one was fouled off of the away dugout as the batter Bergman stays alive. And the 3-2 from DeBrino is fouled off once again, right off of the press box. And there's another out from Bob Malicki. Up taking a beating tonight, is that so?
Yeah, in the PA booth. Yeah, geez. He's no need to keep shooting. He's dead already. Jeez.
Just coming back from vacation, too. What a rude way.
yeah. Bob had a couple of nights off. He had some family stuff to attend to. We're glad to have him back. I was up there as Justin did a couple of games here alone. A great job here by Cohen here in the booth. As that one misses low, and that will allow Bergman to reach base. So runners on first and second here, nobody out. And that will bring up the 7-hitter, Alex Mumi. As Coach Keith Griffin will have a pitching change here.
There was a pinch hitter there for, it was Brad Maycock, actually, I believe.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Maycock. So Maycock will be actually batting for Mummy.
The 7th spot, looking to avoid the golden sombrero here.
Yeah, his Mummy was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. DeBrino has been taken out. A new righty is in for the Mohawks. We'll get you info on him in just a minute. We'll take a quick break here. You're listening to the PGCBL semifinals, sponsored by KCG Development. Matt Petrosino out of the University of Indiana is on to pitch for the Mohawks. The lefty came on late in the season for Amsterdam and has done a solid job out of the bullpen. As in 3 appearances, he's given up 2 hits and 2 runs. They're both earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 5. He is 0-0 with a 6.00 ERA. As he had 2 scoreless appearances, I believe, and then 1 where he gave up 2 runs. As this will bring up Brad Maycock, the left-handed hitter out of LIU Post. Excuse me, it's Ben Maycock, not Brad Maycock. He's out of the University of Connecticut as well. As now we'll get a stoppage here as Joe Genord resets behind the plate.
Got a big hole in between first and second baseman here on the right side of the infield.
For the left-handed hitter, too, I'm a little surprised by it. First pitch into Maycock is a curveball in there for a called strike. 0-1. That was very slow. It went in there at 62, it says, so EFIS level.
Yep.
There, Petrosino doesn't throw necessarily hard, but that's a real change in speed coming off of Debrino, who, I mean, he only throws in about the mid-80s, but still, as that one catches the outside corner, and it will be 0-2, as that one rung in at 80. And it's kind of hard to describe the change in speed of pitches to people who have never actually stepped in and faced it. But 18 miles an hour going from pitch to pitch, and they're both in the strike zone, is very hard to hit against on any level. As that pitch just misses high and away, and there will be 1-2 to Maycock.
Petrosino here trying to get out of a little bit of a jam with runners on first and second with no outs left behind by Nick Debrino. But still, the Mohawks hold a 7-run lead with only 3 outs needed to clinch the win.
And even crazier, 7 runs scored in this game. Where it's only 9:12 p.m. This is, as that one 5 holes Joe Genord, and he has a chance to throw the runner out at third and almost throws it away. Justin Foskey has to make a little hop to snag that one, as it will be the runners advancing on the wild pitch. So it'll be 2-2 now to the batter Maycock with a base open and nobody out. But after the 4-hour marathon game last night, it's just refreshing to see baseball can be finished in under 3 hours.
Yeah, Rob Manfred would be very happy with this game.
Yeah, we're trying to increase the pace of play here. The 2-2 on the outside corner for a called strike 3. And that is the first out of the 9th inning.
Unfortunately, with that wild pitch, the force is taken away.
As Trevor Kunsel, the second baseman out of George Washington University, steps up to the plate. Kunsel on the day is 1 for 3. He had a double to lead off the 7th inning. Or excuse me, the 8th inning, actually. First pitch into him is a called strike 0-1. As Petrosino sets, delivers to Kunsel. That sidearm is fouled off, and it's 0-2 now to the second baseman. As Petrosino, he throws sidearm, but sometimes it almost looks like he goes up to 3/4. It depends almost on the pitch that he's throwing.
It's almost the opposite of Nick Debrino, who usually starts overhanded and then goes down to 3/4. Although Petrosino here, you have to worry about a tell, whereas Nick Debrino is a little bit more consistent. I haven't picked up on a pattern yet.
Yeah, as the 0-2, that one sidearm is punched back up the middle. Tanner Allen can't get to it. That is a base hit, and it will score 2. As Mike Antico picks it up, will not make the throw to home. As Watertown is on the board here, down only 7-2 with a runner on first and 1 out here in the top of the 9th. As Trevor Kunsel has been the best hitter in the lineup for Watertown tonight. That 2 RBI single to go along with his double gives him a 2 for 4 night. As the 9-hitter Sam Neal, the center fielder out of Case Western Reserve, steps in to the box, the lefty against the lefty pitcher, Petrosino, as the Mohawks are at double play depth in on the corners. First pitch in, it misses high and away, 1-0.
It almost looked like more of a pitch out from the battery of Petrosino and Genord as Genord jumped up to get that pitch and was looking down at the first baseman.
Yeah, Sam Neal is 0 for 2 with a walk today, so he hasn't been able to do anything besides collect what's been given to him. So I wouldn't be surprised if Petrosino kind of tries to pitch around him and make him chase one to maybe get a ground ball and try and end it. As that one is fouled off at the plate, it'll be 1-1. The line tonight, Watertown 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. The Mohawks 7 runs on 12 hits, no errors. As we've had a cleanly played game in the field. Some deep balls his. That one is cut on and missed by Neal. And he's down 1-2.
Yeah, compared to last night's game in the swamp conditions and the rain,
yeah,
where it was slippery, and there were lots of errors to go around. Tonight has been quite the night as far as cleanliness goes. And both catchers have been pretty good at keeping the ball in front of them also. Yeah,
we haven't talked about it a lot, but it's nice that Amsterdam has this turf infield that retains water well. As that one is grounded down to first base, but it will be foul. And we'll reset and do it again. But as I mentioned, this turf versus on grass and dirt where it would be a little bit harder to try and manicure the field to make sure that it was ready once again today if you were playing on just a dirt infield. Now with the turf, the water drains off, and I mean it leaves a weird line in center field. That's where the drainage system is, and you can kind of see it on the broadcast. But luckily, besides that, there's nothing really else that's weird about the field, and then it's grass outfield. As that one just misses off the plate, it'll be even at 2-2.
And I'm told that's how Mike Antico knows where to set up, as he sets up with his legs straddling the drain pipe going into center field, and will go one step or two to either side depending on the batter.
Yeah, and of course it's not sticking up or anything either, but also it makes sure that you'll never actually catch a toe or anything if you're straddling it to get started. That one grounded down to first base, as they try to turn the spring training play, but they won't be able to. Petrosino couldn't get over. Richie Barella fielded it cleanly. And it'll now be runners on first and second here with still one out for the leadoff hitter. And it will still be Bailey Lewis out of Catholic University.
It'll be Bailey Lewis, but it won't be Matt Petrosino pitching to him.
As Coach Keith Griffin will keep going to pitchers until he gets a winner here.
As we are closing in on a save situation as well at this point, with the Mohawks only having a 5-run lead. Runners on first and second with one out.
As I'm not sure, as Petrosino comes out, we'll see who the pitcher is. We'll take a quick break here before tuning back in. You're listening to the PGCBL semifinals, sponsored by KCG Development. And Coach Keith Griffin is through messing around here as he brings in all-star Ryan McLinsky out of Seton Hall University. McLinsky on the season has been one of the best back-end pitchers in this bullpen.
It took him 2/3 of the season to just let up an earned run, I believe.
Yeah.
He had a 0 ERA for most of the season.
In the regular season, 11 appearances, 18 and 2/3 innings. He gave up 10 hits and 3 runs. They were all earned. As he walked 9 and struck out 22, he's 3-0 with a 1.44 ERA. So it doesn't qualify innings-wise for the league lead, but he, on the team, the only guy who has any appearances better than him is Matt Gonzalez, who only has 2 appearances.
Also,
Durant leads the team out of all qualified guys, but if you count McLinsky just being able to enter at least 12, now this 12th game, he's thrown incredibly.
And McLinsky does lead the team in saves as well. He has 6 on the season, so he has been the closer, although this is not a safe situation right now.
7-2 ball game. Runners on first and second, 1 out here as the leadoff hitter, Bailey Lewis out of Catholic University, cuts and misses at the first pitch from McLinsky, 0-1. As this is interesting to see now because McLinsky coming on, of course, you want him to face as little of batters as possible, but if you're the Mohawks, you're just trying to save face to try and get a win in Game 2 tomorrow as well. But you got to get this Game 1 win first as that one gets away from Genord, but quickly pounces on it. It'll be 1-1.
Yeah, they don't want to look ahead here, but at the same time, they're trying to save as many pitchers as possible. It's a tricky situation here for any coach, but Coach Griffin at the helm has been here forever, it seems.
Yeah. And of course, even if McLinsky only throws, let's say, 10 pitches, that 10-pitch outing is still him warming up. As that one is lifted high and deep into left center field, Mike Antico looks up, and that one is gone. And it is now only 7-5 Amsterdam, as the 3-run home run from Bailey Lewis gives him his second hit of the night and the Watertown Rapids hope. As the Mohawks have been plagued in the last 24 hours by the 3-run bomb.
I think that the Mohawks should just try and stay away from any 7-run leads from here on out.
Yeah, I guess 7 is a bad number for them, as that will bring up the 2-hitter, Julian Kirk. And of course, I mentioned you try and save players, but you bring in McLinsky, who's supposedly your best pitcher out of the bullpen, and he lets up a 3-run homer to start. First pitch in is outside, 1-0. Kirk on the night is 0 for 3. He reached on a hit by pitch. As that one is cut on and missed, it'll be 1-1. But now at least McLinsky doesn't have to worry about throwing out of the stretch. He can just work with the bases empty. He still has a 2-run lead. It won't be I don't know if he was allowed to pitch himself into a safe situation. I don't believe so. So the 1-1 misses outside. It'll be 2-1. So he won't get the save. It would only be if another pitcher comes in. But I'm sure the Mohawks, this is way too close for comfort for the team.
As there are a couple of sidearm pitchers.
And the 2-1 is cut on and missed. It'll be 2-2.
That's former intern Zach Kerr in the bullpen.
Yep, that is Zach Kerr warming up in the bullpen. And the other pitcher might be Matt Gonzalez. I think I might be right on with that one. And it's a 2-2 count here. And, of course, Coach Griffin just wants McLinsky to try and get these last 2 outs. The 2-2 misses outside, and it'll be 3-2 now to Kirk. On deck is the 3-hitter, Mike Russell out of Stony Brook. Go ahead.
Russell out of Stony Brook has only been retired once tonight.
The 3-2 is popped in the air, foul, and he'll get out of play.
So we've got an on-base machine on deck right now. Couric is the guy to get if you need somebody here, as the Mohawks don't want to see this one get away from them, as they held a considerable lead for most of the night.
Absolutely. Is Amsterdam just looking to hold on to this one? They were up 7-0 heading into the 9th, as that one is cut on and missed, as McLinsky gets the second out of the 9th inning. 9th strikeout of the 9th for Mohawks pitching, as that'll bring up the 3-hitter Mike Russell. Russell playing third base tonight for Watertown. As Justin mentioned, he was retired once. He's 1 for 2 with a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch.
And the Rapids are down to their final out.
First pitch in from McClinsky is low and away, 1-0. Russell would, of course, have to get on to bring the tying run to the plate. On deck, it would be Nick Bosma. As they're in the heart of their order, I believe Bosma might have 7 home runs on the season, too. So this is the batter to get, of course, as that one is on the outside corner. He'll be 1-1.
And holding the Rapids to only 5 runs, and yes, I said only 5 runs is remarkable because they have 7.77 runs per game.
So I mean, it was surprising that they were able to shut them out for this long. So they finally break through, get that home run. We mentioned they lead the league in home runs. As that pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike 2. And Watertown is down to its final strike here as McClinsky looks to end this one and give Amsterdam a 1-0 lead in the PGCBL semifinals headed to Watertown.
As the Mohawk fans rise to their feet, the pitch.
Curveball swung on and missed, and the ball game is over. Amsterdam rides the coattails of Shane Muntz, who goes 7 shutout innings, as well as plates a grand slam, which the Mohawks did need as they end up getting the win 7-5, giving up 5 runs in the 9th. A roaring comeback from Watertown is snuffed out, as now the Mohawks will head to Watertown tomorrow with a chance to punch their ticket into the PGCBL finals. As we thank you for tuning in to our broadcast tonight, to give you a one final update, it's 2-2 in the bottom of the 9th at Dietrich Park. Jamestown has a runner on first with Chase Kang up to bat. So we'll let you know what happens with that as the Mohawks will travel to Alex L. Duffy, I believe, Fairgrounds Stadium tomorrow in Watertown to take on the Rapids in Game 2. We're not sure who will be going on the mound for the Mohawks, but we'll let you know as soon as possible on social media, as we won't be out there as a broadcast team, unfortunately, but we will tag the Watertown if they have a broadcast or at least live stats to follow along for Game 2. For everyone here at the Amsterdam Mohawks and Shuttleworth Park, this is Adam Agresta saying good night. Your Mohawks win this one over the Watertown Rapids by the score of 7-5.